Right now, the Dragon Ball community is split down the middle, half of the fans thinking that Goku's new form is KAIOKEN, and the other half thinking that it's a new transformation all entirely. I've been watching, videos from different YouTubers and whatnot, and I've been seeing a lot of different theories. I heard Super Saiyan X, Limit Breaker transformation, technically I did make the video myself, but also Extra Games put it out, and Super Saiyan White, Super Saiyan 4 God. You can see all these comments below. And we really don't know what to expect. But remember, there's two sides to every argument. So for today, we're going to be discussing the possibility of Goku having just a mastered KAIOKEN state. And that's what we could have saw in the opening of Dragon Ball Super. Now, when we take a deeper look into the opening, we get to see Goku fighting Jiren in his base, his Super Saiyan Blue form, and then he goes on to transform into something even greater than that. Now, the reason why the fans are split is because of the coloration that the opening gives off. For one, it's red, which makes people believe that it could be KAIOKEN or Super Saiyan God. But the twist of things is that the silhouette is black, and even when the aura lifts up a bit, we get to see Goku's face, which is very similar to Black Goku, and he's just in his base state. But you really have to pay attention to detail more because some fans are still being confused. Now when you take a look at the aura, you get to see his hair is standing up, which suggests he's not in his base form, and even though he cuts through the aura afterward, that's just their own way of hiding the transformation or whatever state he's going to be in. But yeah, that gives off the fact that he's either in KAIOKEN, a new transformation all entirely with a different color that they're hiding, or maybe it's the lame answer and he's actually in his base. But going off of the KAIOKEN, given the latest episodes of Dragon Ball Super, 82, 81, and like all the fights Goku's been having up to then, you see how easily he's going into KAIOKEN now. Now, if you think back all the way until Dragon Ball Z, when he first fought Vegeta, KAIOKEN was his hardest transformation to master because it put an enormous strain on his body. But we saw the improvements that he had, especially in the Frieza arc, when he went through all that 100G gravity training, and then even afterward when he got the Zenkai boost from after fighting Ginyu and getting his body like ripped apart, he came back way stronger and he was able to use KAIOKEN times 20. And granted, if that was the Goku back from the Saiyan arc, that type of multiplier would have killed him instantly. So we see that KAIOKEN can be multiplied further and further on when you have physical training. Now, taking that knowledge into account for Dragon Ball Super, we got to see Goku fight against Hit, we got to see him fight against the Brigamu the Crusher, Topu, which is supposed to be a God of Destruction candidate, and each time we see him instantly go into Super Saiyan Blue and use KAIOKEN without any effort. Not in the Hit fight, but in his Topu fight especially. And what's really interesting about that, when he says he's going to pass his limits, he was in KAIOKEN already, which means there's a level beyond that. So at this point, we can pretty much say that Goku mastered KAIOKEN, given the events from, seeing the progress from the Hit fight till now, where it took him so long to get into the KAIOKEN state from then, and now he's doing it effortlessly. If we look back at all the times Goku uses KAIOKEN, the highest multiplier he ever used in any, uncanon or canon material was KAIOKEN times 20 against the fight with Frieza. That was way back when his base power level was around 3 million or 4 million or something like that. I forgot the details. But if we compare that to now, where his base level is at a god status, we can assume that his multiplier for KAIOKEN can go extremely high, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that it might be times 100. And given the fact that he's pretty much mastered KAIOKEN and Super Saiyan Blue at this point, that's probably what he's hiding for the tournament. And if you really think about it, Goku had no time to learn a new transformation, at least from my knowledge. If there was something else that I missed, maybe it was in the Dragon Ball Super manga that's coming up and they just hid it from us. But there was no, time skip for him to actually learn a new form. So I think it was just his training in KAIOKEN that improved. And in the fight with Jiren, Lil Gray, I'm sorry, I gotta say it like that all the time. I'm hype about him. But yeah, I think in that fight, that's what he's like the big secret. He's hiding his new multiplier for KAIOKEN. And that would be insane. And I don't know if you guys ever watch Master Media, shameless plug for him, I guess. But yeah, he did like a Gogeta times 100 KAIOKEN thing, and I feel like Dragon Ball Super might do the same thing for Goku. And I don't know if you guys remember when Goku fought Hit, But if you realize, his hair changed colors when he did the Kaioken times 10. So maybe the form we see in Dragon Ball Super Opening 2 is just Kaioken times 100, where his hair is white, and or maybe something even crazier than that. I don't know. Who knows? The next color might be purple or something like that.